Hi Sagittarius, how are you? Time for your full moon love reading. This is a general love reading for all you Sagittarians. Sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs in love. What's going on in your world? So take what works, leave what doesn't. We all know who we are in the story. Messages are for the greatest and highest good. Grateful, thankful for the messages for all of our Aquarians today. Aquarians? No, Sagittarians. Are you dealing with an Aquarian? Maybe. Sagittarius, what's going on? Ooh, you might get some bad news about some financial situation. Just for someone out there, I know this is a love reading, but that was my first hit, was that you get some bad news about some kind of a loan, or you wanted to borrow some money. Yeah, I think it causes a lot of conflict and maybe quite possibly a little argument, a little tiff. Like, how are we going to do this? How are we going to survive? And I think the big thing is to just relax. Don't worry. All right, so the good news is I feel like when it comes to you and your person, there's a situation that needs to be resolved. Because and I almost feel like it has something to do with a project that you guys are working on. There's a sense of, like, all right, Sagittarian, I feel like, you are involved in a project with somebody, with your person, okay? There's a lot of confusion, and you really want it to come to an end. Because I think you feel like you've been fed some bad information, or, you're not being treated very, very equally for the amount of investment, okay, that you have put into a project. If anything, I feel like you feel like they've been leaving you out on some level. And I think that really bothers you, because you walked into this whole project, with everything being, truly fair and square. And it's not feeling that way. So I think it's been just a matter of time before this was going to get to that point. And, I can't help but feel that a part of you is upset that your person even sided more with the other side than with you. And that's not for everybody, but I feel like somebody had that kind of a relationship or an experience with their person, and that was a little upsetting. So I feel like, you feel a little like betrayed on that level, that that they didn't confide in you. They confide in everybody else, but not you. And I think they did it because they figured that they just handled it, but I think it's one of those things. It's like they may have just handled it, but it really bugged the crap out of you. All right, let's see. All right, so I think there's something going on, okay, in this whole scenario, because I don't think it's just between you and your person. I think you guys are involved in something that is a very good thing. I think this is something where the two of you really it's like, this is going to be so unbelievable, but then it was just a matter of time before you had to throw your hands up and say, wow, I can't believe that this wonderful energy turned sour. Because now you're really confused as to, should we just, can the whole thing? Because like I said, you feel like there was some deception, betrayal. They weren't telling you everything, and it just, because there was an element of, deception and pretending things were better than what they were. Yet I think you had this sixth sense, like this intuition, that there was more to this story. So I see an opportunity coming for some of you Sagittarians, okay? And I think it's one of those that you didn't see coming. But there could be an opportunity that would, I hear fame and fortune, it would bring you that kind of happiness, you know, like it would like solve a lot of problems in your world, for sure. But I think you see that there's another direction that you can go in. Because I don't know how long you can pretend that this cycle that has turned really sour. I think there's a part, it's like there's a part of you that doesn't want it to end, but then when you get an opportunity that might be too good to be true, you know, you seriously start thinking about going in that direction, because I think that's star power. But I do see that you have to be careful, because I get the sense that you're going to have to weed through something. There's not everything is going to be on the up and up with this new offer. And I think you're looking at that too. So yeah, I think, you know, just be aware of that. I don't think let it, you know, ruin this whole thought and process or anything else. I just get a caution. See, the whole problem is that this whole idea, project, thought, whatever it was, I mean, this was your baby, this was it. And it was like it was taken away from you. So emotionally, like, that's a big hit, right? That's a big hit. So I think that you also start to learn things about your person. You start to learn little bits and pieces about your person. Or maybe this is you, it's the wands. I feel like it's your person, though. Where, you know, they're not being truly honest. You know, there's been this disconnect happening between the two of you for a while now, but maybe they haven't been really honest with you. Maybe they've been out and about, flirting, doing their own thing. I mean, you're ready to put this to an end. It's almost like this new offer that would move you in another direction. It's almost like, you know, your person is making it very easy for you to make a decision on what you're going to do and how you're going to move. You know, because I feel like this opportunity, I mean, there's an open door. And even though you two are really tight and bonded and everything, I think your focus now is more on what's going on back here. You know, the light is shining on a journey, an opportunity, right? To provide you with your dream come true. And your person may be one of these people who, you know, yeah, they see that you might have your dream come true and sure, go ahead, and this is really great, but they probably won't help you. You know, you're on your own. You know, I mean, this is an energy of somebody who's not going to like, well, that's great, good for you, I'm going to do my thing, kind of thing. And I think this is that energy that you want put done with. And this is why maybe some of you are looking more towards your career than your relationship. Because, you know, you've got to decide where you want to open up and where you want to put your strength and your money and your courage. And, you know, I think there's a lot of stuff going on right now because you're transitioning. So you can't pretend that you are not being tempted to go in another direction. You know, it's like, honor that. You know, weigh it out. You know, make a list, pros and cons. Do or don't. But above all, I think you need to follow your intuition when you make this decision. You know, of staying in a situation where, you know, it's almost like you've lost your power or put an end to it and just move on. And if you do choose to move on, I feel like you'll do it very quietly. It's not like you're going to make a big show of it. I think, you know, it's like, well, see ya, bye. Pack your bags and off you go. Yeah, because you don't want the conflict. I mean, this is like, you know, here you are. All right, Sagittarius? It's like you would rather walk away from this conflict, you know, than have to deal with this toxic environment, you know, because this is hard, you know, and I feel like, you know, you're never going to win this situation anyway, so you might as well cut your losses because there's something really big about to happen in your world. Now, I will say on another note, you might be receiving a message from an Aquarius, who I would be very leery of. If you know anybody who's, or maybe it's another water sign, but, you know, if somebody promises you the world, you know, nobody can promise you the world but you. You know, you can make your world happen. You know, so I think if somebody is trying to, you know, promise you everything to keep you from moving on and taking this other effort, you know, maybe this is your person trying to move on from taking this opportunity that's coming your way. You know, I think that's why quietly you may just walk away. You know, maybe one day they wake up and you're just not there. That could happen. And I say that because here we have the 3 of Wands reversed with the 6 of Wands reversed with the 8 of Wands reversed. So without a word, knowing that this is never going to go anywhere, some of you may choose to pack up in the middle of the night and walk away quietly from a situation that you know is no good for you. Really. I feel like you're ready to fight. It's like, no, I'm going to do this. You know, you've got to put an end to this painful cycle that you've been dealing with this person. And you might have an air sign. I mean, out we have the Queen of Wands with the King of Swords. You know, you are confident in what you're doing. You know, but this person, you know, they're watching every move you make. You know, this is somebody who wants the control and the power. But I think you're bigger than that. You know, your moon, for one thing, is shining much brighter than their moon. Is that funny? Anyway, I think it's a battle of wills right now, you know, because this is one of these things. This isn't an easy decision to put this to an end, because this was your world, your baby. I mean, it was your dream come true. It was. But as time goes by, sometimes we just see things differently. So it's time to put an end to this, because you don't want this kind of pain, and this isn't your life. This wasn't what you signed up for. And there's no more love. You know? Now it's about you manifesting your dream, your wishes. You're ready to work hard because you are so tired of the lies. And you learn of more secrets about your person that just make you angrier and angrier. I feel like you find out that your person has been a player all along. That makes this decision that you need to make much easier, because somebody's been pretending to be, you know, Prince Charming in your world, and they just weren't. Anyway, there's a good fresh new start for you, Sagittarius. Yeah, I mean, don't lose sleep over someone like this. Do you know what I mean? It's like you're confused because I feel like you were a little blinded and jaded, you know? But, you know, stay focused on what is coming your way, you know? The vision down the road. Don't worry about this. You know, time heals all of these painful wounds. I'm sorry that they were such a player. I feel like they were very much a player. But it's really time for you to move on. Truly. Time for you to make some big moves. And you might be making a move that actually moves you away. You might be taking a trip. Yeah, you might be taking a trip. But this is where you are. I mean, everything, that lightning bolt, it's hitting. It's hitting. Yeah. So, you may have an Aquarius around you, really. I mean, here we are with the Ten of Swords again. It's like you can't keep going this way, where you feel like you can't even, you have no control of how things go down. It's not working, it's not working. So it's time to find some real inner strength, all right, Sag? And like I say, for some of you, you need to just not say anything. Nothing. Just walk away and start your healing. It's time for you to heal. Just really walk away. Make that decision for your future. Because right now, the way it's going, you need to start to see you have a lot of options for a fresh new start. Don't hang on to a relationship that doesn't work, that leaves you really confused. So I think some of you are very, very closed up because I think you see that you want to move on. You just really want to move on. And whatever message it is that you hear from this person, because you do receive a message, that I think finally, you start to see that you can't do this anymore. And then you become that shining star, because you start to follow your spirit, your dreams. So some of you have to go in, be alone, so that you can really look at everything. I mean, the Hermit wants you to really look deep and go deep, because this burden that you've been carrying around with you, you're not going to do it anymore. You're tired of being the third wheel. You deserve more than that. You definitely deserve more than that. All right, so out flies the Chariot reversed. Look, this is not an easy decision. This is why you're so confused about it. So when the Chariot comes out reversed, before you make a big move, I think you want everything verified. I do see you moving it, but right now you don't see how you're going to make that move. But I think you are going to learn something about your person. Sagittarius, your person. I see it. They're either married, they're a player, they're not really emotionally invested into this relationship. You've put a lot of work into it, you're getting nothing out of it. So I think when opportunity knocks, that's when you're going to have your shift. All right, Sag? So that's what I've got for you. Take what works, leave what doesn't. Thumbs up for me if you liked the reading. If you didn't, that's okay. More readings are coming. So until the next one, bye. See you at the next one.